Hi everyone, welcome to our 30-day BodyTalk Cortices Technique Tapping Challenge. This is day 29 out of the challenge, and I hope that by now you've been tapping your cortices every day, twice a day, as well as that you've had the chance to share these videos with people that you know that would benefit from some healing. My name is Adriana Barros. I'm a certified BodyTalk practitioner, and the BodyTalk system, for those who don't know, is a very complete consciousness-based holistic system that really looks into balance the body on all levels. It does take the person or the individual, when I say individual, I also mean animals, into account. So every single level of that individual's body is taken into account. So we look at emotions, we look at thoughts, we look at patterns, we look at behaviors, we look at experiences, we look at symptoms, we look at root cause. Everything is important that is happening to that individual at that point in time, and even before. So oftentimes when there is something that the individual is experiencing on a physical level, not necessarily it's something that started just at that point. It could be the result of something that's been going on in the body-mind for a long time, and that can be just a reflection of the imbalances that being in there, stored in the body, or stored in the conscious mind or subconscious mind for the longest time, that really didn't need that attention, or didn't receive the attention that it was necessary until now. So when I communicate with the body, which is done through neuromuscular biofeedback, I am able to retrieve the priorities in healing for the body to heal. And once I have that in a certain order, I am able to integrate that into the body-mind through tapping of the three brains. And once that's done, shifting starts happening at that point in time. And it can carry on for a few days or a few weeks until the body completes that full process of adjusting itself. And changes in BodyTalk are as deep as cellular and quantum levels, so healing goes as deep. And when we talk about cells, it's important to observe that every cell carries the full hologram of the whole body-mind. So everything that happens in our body-mind is stored in every single cell inside our body. So when we say that we change the body on the quantum and cellular levels, it's that adjustment that's going to start happening as deep as cellular levels. So the hologram will change too after changes have been addressed. BodyTalk is quantum physics based, and because of that principle, which is the main principle in BodyTalk, it is possible for me as a practitioner to address any imbalance in an individual hands-on or remotely. So I am able to communicate with the body through neuromuscular biofeedback, which will allow me to look for those priorities in healing. And once I have everything that I need to have addressed, I have to integrate that into the body-mind of the individual, which is done through tapping of the three brains. So we tap on the head, on the heart, and on the enteric brain. And at that point in time, everything starts shifting and adjusting and healing. And so yes, it is possible to address things that we've been dealing for the longest time or bottling up that we don't even know that it's in there. And that's why it's the BodyTalk is a very deep therapy, because it does not look at the body at different body parts, isolated body parts. We do use the true holistic approach versus the Cartesian method, which is the method that really separates the body into those different body parts. And the BodyTalk system has also the Cortices technique, which is the main technique in BodyTalk, which I've been demonstrating every day And I set the intention of having this challenge going on for 30 days, which is just a way for people to start developing the habit of number one, absorbing the technique, and to change the brain pattern, to reprogram the brain as to absorbing a healing technique. As you probably know, it does take the brain 21 days in order to have patterns built or detached from the brain, and or 30, from 21 to 30 days. And that's why I wanted to go a little longer to make sure that people really started having, that routine absorbed, and then after a few days that they don't even need the videos anymore, and they can really go on and start experiencing changes within the body mind, and also prevent imbalances from happening if the tapping of the cortices is performed every day in a long run. And that is what I wanted you guys to get to that point, to really start paying attention to what's going on in our mind. So make sure that the brain is not on that sympathetic mode, on that stressful fight and flight mode all the time. Because if it is, as it happens in a home, when you have all the appliances plugged in at the same time, you will burn a fuse, and that's what we don't want. So we want to make sure that we can extend that threshold, that stress threshold within our brain, and that we can go longer distance just by making sure that we're bringing that stress level down each time. And there are multiple benefits from tapping the cortices, which is bringing concentration levels up, lowering stress levels, bringing the communication between the two hemispheres of the brain, to improve concentration, memory, improve sleep patterns, improve immune system, which is a big one, especially now in times of pandemic. If we have our immune system strong, chances are you're not going to catch anything. We're talking cold, we're talking coronavirus, we're talking any virus, and that's important, especially now in the winter time. And people think that it is weather related, the reason why we start catching the flu or the cold, but it's actually it's more connected to the changing of the seasons, and memories of things, that the fun things that we used to do in the summertime. When we start getting to the winter time, there is a certain grief that's stored inside our body, of things that we don't get in touch with anymore during many months to come, especially in northern hemisphere countries. And there's also the lack of sunlight that happens, that it like highly interferes with the way we behave, with our sleep patterns, and so on and so forth. So by having the access to the cortices technique, we can really have all those issues addressed, and by bringing that balance to the body mind, and really improving also and increasing that threshold to not develop diseases in the long run. So let's demonstrate the cortices technique. Anybody of all ages can really tap this. It's really simple to do. Once you demonstrate once to your kids, I'm sure that they will pick it up as well. So pick either hand, place on the back of the skull, the very base of the skull, with the fingers close together, and the free hand will be connecting the two hemispheres of the brain and tapping for 2 full breaths on the head, on the heart, and on the enteric brain, which are all the 3 brains. And we tap on the head to bring awareness to changes within the body mind through tapping. We tap on the heart to store the memories of those changes, and we tap on the belly button area, which is the enteric brain, to make the body decide to heal. That's the last word in healing within the body mind. And we also do this connection of the two hemispheres of the brain, of the two cortices, which is to really strengthen that communication between the two, which gets interrupted. And we do this by using the polarity, north and south pole of the hand. And also by doing the tapping, we are activating and bringing a wave of communication throughout the body. And so we have to combine the tapping and the deep breathing. So you can tap as many times as you feel like, as long as you're tapping head, heart, and belly button. And take deep breaths every time you tap. So the scanning of the body is done through breathing. So by inhaling, we are scanning for thoughts and emotions, and when we exhale, we scanning for the body parts, muscle, bones, and tissues. Go up another hand position. So by doing this tapping from the back to the front of the head, we will be able to really cover all brain positions and making sure that we're getting rid of all cold spots, and which are the ones that compromise the communication between both hemispheres. So we keep moving forward, and the tapping can be done very lightly. It doesn't have to be hard at all. When we get to the very top of the head, you tap on the hand, or you can just move it over and tap on the very top. Then we're going to cover above the eyebrow line. Keep breathing and tapping at the same time. Of course, you probably won't have to be talking at the same time as I am. Then the breathing can be done deeper. Then you cover both sides of your head. Let go of one hand first, and you tap. And then you cover again, let go of the other hand, and tap. Connect one more time, and that's the cortices technique right there. So once you know what you're doing, and you don't even have to think about it, it only takes a couple of minutes, and build up the routine, and you can even share with the technique with the school kids, and make sure that they can tap their cortices before they start their day, before they sit an exam for an exam, or write a test, really just to boost that memory, to bring their stress levels down, because oftentimes when we are going through something important like a job interview or an exam, we get more nervous than what we usually are. So just to make sure that the stress level comes down, tap the cortices. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow for another video. You take care. Bye.